The Early Intervention Service for Psychosis is a service within Kent and Medway who support people between the age of 14 and 65 who are experiencing a first episode of psychosis. A passion of ours for many years has been to ensure young people who are struggling with these symptoms, which can be really scary for them and their families, can get help as early as possible. This short video aims to give you an overview of psychosis, what you can look out for, and what support there is within Kent. We hope that it will enable everyone who has the opportunity to watch it will be aware of what to look for and know where to go for support or guidance at the earliest opportunity. We hope to dispel some of the myths and reduce the stigma which can sometimes be around in regards to psychosis. For any questions that are not answered within this short video, there will be contact details at the end where you will be able to reach out for more information. There are many myths around psychosis. Examples include: 1. Psychosis means you have a split personality. 2. Violence is common amongst individuals with psychosis. 3. People with psychosis can't ever hold down a job. 4. A person with psychosis can seem perfectly normal one moment and change into a different person the next. 5. People with psychosis usually require long-term hospitalisation. 6. Bad parenting causes psychosis. Together, we will look at the facts and dispel these myths. Psychosis is one word. We talk about unusual experiences. Psychosis is different for everyone. Psychosis is when the boundary of reality becomes muddled. It can be a single episode and short-lived. Symptoms can be very common and linked to a variety of life events. Somewhere between 3% and 10% of the population have experiences such as hearing voices, seeing visions, or other similar sensory experiences, increasing to about 75% if you include one-off experiences like hearing someone call your name out loud. Some people find these experiences helpful, or even as spiritual experiences. The very early warning signs of psychosis can be constant tiredness, withdrawal from family and/or friends, feeling uneasy, irritable, feeling depressed and anxious, mood swings, sleep disturbance, appetite changes, seeming muddled, losing concentration, problems with memory, loss of energy and motivation, thoughts feeling speeded up or slowed down. These may be linked to something that is going on in that person's life, or maybe common teenage behaviour, but worth checking out with that person if everything is okay, and keeping an eye on them. The key signs of psychosis are becoming suspicious, losing trust in people, holding strong beliefs that others around you do not share, seeing, hearing, feeling, tasting and smelling things that do not exist. Psychosis can affect everyone and is more common than diabetes. There are ongoing debates around the causes of psychosis. Life events and circumstances, inherited tendencies, and the way we see the world and interpret events can all play a role. Traditionally, the focus is mainly on genetics and on aspects of brain structure and functioning. People of all ages and backgrounds can hear voices at some time in their life, for many different reasons. Whilst some are distressed by the experiences, people can and do find ways of living with them. Other people may need support from services. There are lots of ways to understand psychosis and work with psychosis. As an early intervention service for psychosis, we are very individual and offer a variety of different support. We work with people between the age of 14 and 65 who are experiencing a first episode of psychosis. We look for the following: evidence of key signs and symptoms of psychosis for a minimum of 7 consecutive days. Not been treated for 6 months or longer for psychosis. Symptoms of psychosis are not present for 3 years or longer. All possible referrals can be discussed with a duty worker, who will be able to guide you through the process. If a person is accepted for care coordination under the service, they may receive the following support dependent on their individual needs: understanding of illness, relapse prevention and treatments, psychological therapies, CBT, family therapies and group, Charlton programme, medication management, employment, training, education support, housing support, benefit support, joint working with other agencies/services, brief interventions for substance use. Because EIP has been a success, other services are being put in place to look at more preventative measures for psychosis. An at-risk mental state service is being developed to work with young people before they develop the key signs and symptoms of psychosis. So, what can you do to work alongside us to ensure people get support for psychosis early and reduce the distress for both that person and their families? Speak to the person about their thoughts, and is there anything that is worrying them? Check in sporadically to see how things are going. Offer practical support when appropriate, i.e. help with homework, a quiet space to sit. Contact the duty worker on 0300 303 3189 for West Kent or 01227 812 390 for East Kent. The duty worker will ask questions to understand the young person's experiences and advise you of the outcome of the screening conversation. This can include advice and signposting, or make an offer of further detailed in-person assessment. There is no need to complete a referral form. This concludes our short video on the Early Intervention Service for Psychosis. Thank you for watching.